you want and what you need. Today, I'm going to give you the number one killer of playing time. The thing that's keeping you on the bench, the thing that's getting you on the floor for a second, then getting yanked back off. I'm giving you that right now.
Hoop loudy.
In my senior year of high school basketball, I remember my coach said something to me that I will never forget. I never forget, we're all sitting down in the line. He goes down the line and tells us each what we're supposed to be doing. Our roles, what we need to do to help this team win. And he goes down, he tells one guy, he says, listen, I need you to pass more. Looks down and says, listen, I want you to shoot more. He looks down and says, man, I want you to run the floor more. I need you to be the vocal leader. I need you to do this. He gets down to me, and you would not believe what he said to me. He said, Bell, I need you not to shoot. 3 words that just not to shoot. Now, some of you that grew up playing basketball with me, were like, yeah, but I can see why he would say that. But for me, I was devastated. I was paralyzed. I was horrified that he would say something like that because he didn't know that I worked my entire summer on my shot. I was actually ready to get in there and play. But what he wanted me to do is run the floor, block shots, get rebounds, get hustle plays. But he told me in front of everybody, do not shoot. The reason why this messed me up is because in my mind, when he said that, I interpreted it as saying, this is going to be the number one reason why you're not getting playing time. And I flipped out because I worked all summer long doing the very thing that he told me not to do. Now, I'm bringing this up because now, the season that we're in the beginning of the season right now, and now you get to see who the coach has most confidence in, who he wants to start, who she wants to put out there. And in doing that, you may be getting upset. You may be getting upset because the role that you want to play, meaning me in high school wanting to shoot, may not be the role that they need you to play. And you struggling back and forth, wasting time, going back and forth, saying I should be doing this, they want me to do this, is wasting time and not helping you. So the question has to be asked, what role are you going to play? Are you going to play the role that fits your ego, or are you going to play the role that helps your team? Even if the role that helps your team is not what you really want to play. See, I wasn't mature enough to do that in high school, but once I got in college, I was able to do that more. Realize that the role that you want to play may not be the role you need to play for your team to have the best competitive advantage as far as winning basketball games. But that's not the number one killer of playing time. No, that's not the number one killer of playing time. The number one killer of playing time is your attitude. That's right, your attitude. And it kind of even goes back to the role, right? Because if you're playing a role that you don't want to play, guess what? You're going to see that in your attitude. You're not going to want to be there. It's going to be evident that you're not going to be there, and everybody else is going to know that. So why you need to be worried about your attitude? Well, there's a number of reasons why your attitude is important. One, it communicates to your coach non-verbally how you feel about the situation. It communicates to your coach non-verbally about how you feel about the situation. So if you have a piss poor attitude and your coach picks up on that, why would that coach put you back out there? Why would that coach put you back out there? Number 2, having a horrible attitude not only affects you, it affects everyone else around you. What I realize is people that have bad attitudes, they talk, backbite, gossip on the end of the bench, doing a lot of counterproductive activity that won't lead to more playing time. In fact, they dig a larger hole of themselves because what they do is they start justifying why they're not playing. I'm not playing because coach likes this guy. I'm not a favorite. I'm not playing because this or that reason. Instead of taking some type of ownership of why they're not playing, they want to cast. It's easier to deflect any type of responsibility, to have no accountability and just say, well, I'm not playing because of somebody else. It's easier to do that. A negative attitude allows you to do that. And guess what? A negative attitude also allows you to stay where you're at. Another reason why you don't want a negative attitude is people in the stands see that negative attitude as well. What I think a lot of student athletes fail to realize is that you're out in front of the public. That means deans of students, vice chancellors, presidents, professors. All these individuals see you out there playing the game of basketball. And if you play basketball, you don't have a face guard, you don't have a helmet on, you don't have anything hiding your face. People get to see you acting like a doggone fool when you have a less likely outcome and you show your behind out there. Everybody sees that. So why is that important, Bill? It's important because the ball is going to go flat one day, and you're going to need a doggone job. And you don't want to be identified with that person that always had a piss-poor attitude when they're on the basketball court. People see that. People don't want to be associated with people that have terrible attitudes. Regardless, it's not helpful. It's not helpful. And last but not least, your coach does not want to reward you for a bad attitude. Why? Because one, it shows the rest of the team that he's going to put up with that mess, or she's going to put up with that mess. But secondly, it shows the world the same thing. So some possible recruits that he may or she may have watching the game, coming in from the community, watching the game, they see you acting like that, and then the coach push you out there again. What do you think that communicates as far as marketing to the rest of the world about the type of player that that person recruits? It's nothing positive. It's nothing positive. It's much like your attitude. Negative. It's not going to help you out at all. So I'm putting this video out mainly because I know what time of the season we're in right now. We're in the very much the beginning stage of the season, and you may feel like, oh, well, I'm not playing. I'm not getting the playing time that I want. Coach is not believing in me. What I'm telling you right now is this. To hang in there. It sounds so cliche, so I won't say trust the process, but trust your coach. Trust your coach. You're in the game already. Your eligibility has already been exhausted for this year. You're not going to make it any better by looking behind you, constantly looking for the emergency exit, saying, maybe I should transfer, maybe I should do this, maybe I should do that. Put all your energy, put all your effort, put all your dreams and hopes into making the best out of this season that you have. And then after the season, then recalibrate. Then look at it and say, okay, is this the best thing for me? But for right now, by you rubbernecking, looking back and forth, you're causing more damage than good. Essentially, if the whole team was on offense, by you continue to look back and forth, what you're doing is you're adding a level of defense to the offense your team is trying to use to progress and win basketball games. So if the #1 killer of playing time is definitely your attitude, it's the one thing that you can control. Your attitude is one of the things that you can control. Maybe this semester you're not getting playing time, but I guarantee you what? I guarantee you one thing, next semester is not looking too good for you either if you maintain this negative attitude you have. If every time you want to get behind closed doors, you want to talk negative about the coach, you want to talk negative about the program, you want to talk negative about a player that should be your brother or should be your sister that happen to be playing ahead of you right then and there at that time period. Think about it. Negative attitudes don't help anything. They only hurt, and they'll definitely kill your playing time.
Hoop loud ear.